Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Going the Distance. This is episode 20. Can you believe we've done 20 episodes so far? So I want to welcome back the members that have joined me from the beginning, and I want to welcome the new members who are just joining us today. I hope you guys have fun. As always, if you guys have any content that you guys want me to cover, just let me know. I'll look into it, I'll cover it. We'll do a story on it, we'll talk about it, and as I've said, this isn't just my show, this is y'all's show too. So, interact, comment, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, like the video and comment on the videos. Comment what you guys maybe want to hear more of. And so we got some sports news, we got some music news, some NFL news, NASCAR, all that. So let's jump into it. So first off, we got Zay Jones signing with the Cardinals. Now, if you guys remember last week, I made the comment that Zay was released by Jacksonville, and I thought the Cardinals might be a good fit. So he signed with the Cardinals on a one-year deal. So good for you, Zay. Also, it looks like I'm just going to call him MVS. His name is Marquez Valdez-Scandrick. I know I butchered that name. That's why I call him MVS. Signed with the Bills. I believe it was a one-year deal. And he's a former Packer and he's a former Chief. So, he really didn't do much with the Chiefs or the Packers. I mean, I think had one good year where everything was clicking, and that was with the Packers. And then he kind of faded into the background with the Chiefs, but he got 2 Super Bowls with them. So, let's see how he does with the Bills. Honestly, I think MVS signed with the Bills to take over for Stephon Diggs. And because, as we all know, Stephon moved to Houston, got traded off to Houston. So, let's see how MVS does with the Bills. Also, it wouldn't be a week if I didn't have a Rashid Rice update. Well, now he's accused of a shooting or being involved with a shooting at SMU. I don't know the particulars about it yet, but as I get more information on this, I will let you guys know. Also, we had another contract extension that was signed this week. And this week, I'm happy to report that Lions quarterback Jared Goff signs a 4-year, $212 million extension to be the Lions quarterback for the next 4 years. So, honestly, I think he deserves it. I think the more I looked into this trade, the more I wasn't really thrilled about the trade between Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff to begin with. But the more I look at it, the more I think the trade needed to happen. And, these players just needed to go to different teams to revive their career. Now, Matthew Stafford has gone on to win the Super Bowl with the Rams. Jared Goff came one game away to going to the Super Bowl with the Lions. I think this year the Lions need to go to the Super Bowl. And speaking of that, the NFL schedule comes out tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I know you guys were wondering, when's the scheduling coming out? Peter, tell me, when's the scheduling coming out? Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, y'all. That's when it's happening. It's going to be on ESPN. I know they're going to be doing a special. And NFL Network. If you guys can't get those channels, I'm pretty sure it'll be on ABC. Or you can stream it on NFL.com or ESPN. And speaking of that, we have a few games that are already announced. And one of them is on Fox. And it is September the 8th, and it's going to be the Cowboys versus the Browns. And this is crucial because this is Tom Brady's debut as a football analyst. So, as y'all know I'm going to be tuning in. I'm going to have all my Brady stuff ready. I'm going to have it on. I'm going to have it all out. And I'm going to be watching that, listening to Tom, and just rooting him on. Another game that we know of, and that'll be on Sunday, that Cowboys Cleveland game is going to be Sunday, September the 8th. Don't know what time yet, but it's Sunday, September 8th. And then on Monday, y'all, why do we have the New York Jets in primetime again? It's the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers on Monday night. And I know, the Jets are in primetime because of Aaron Rodgers. But are we going to get Aaron Rodgers just for 30 seconds, maybe a minute and a half, and then that's it for him for the season? I don't know. But that game is going to be Monday. That'll be September the 9th. It'll be a Monday night game. So that was all for some news. So now let's move into some scores. So now we're going to start with the UFL. And we had on Saturday, we had the Renegades get their first win of the season, defeating the Showboats 47-23. So the Renegades improved to 1-6. The Showboats dropped to 1-6. I mean, as happy as I am, the Renegades won because I had high hopes for them. It wasn't really much of a game. It was kind of like just a game just to have on in the background. Also on Saturday, the Stallions improved to 7-0, defeating the Battlehawks 30-26, and the Battlehawks dropped to 5-2. The Stallions improved to 7-0. On Sunday, we had, this is going to be funny, the Panthers defeating the Defenders 22-9. So the Panthers improved to 5-2, and the Defenders dropped to 3-4. Also on Sunday, we had the Battlehawks improve to 5-2, defeating the Roughnecks, who dropped to 1-4 in a 15-12 score. So that was week 7. So we'll keep an eye on week 8, and I'll let you guys know more of the scores going on in week 8 when I get them available. So now let's move into some hockey playoffs. What do you say? And we're going to start on Thursday night, and we had almost an elimination game on Thursday. We had the Rangers defeating the Hurricanes 3-2 in overtime to improve to 3-0. Now, come on, Hurricanes! I think this could be a good year for you guys. You guys are already doing pretty good, but now you're down 3-0. So let's get it together. Also on Thursday, we had the Stars defeat the Avalanche 5-3 to tie that series at 1. Now, this has been a good series, I think. It's been a really interesting series, back and forth. So, I'm going to keep you guys updated. So then on Friday, we had the Bruins and the Panthers play. Y'all, the Panthers defeated the Bruins 6-2 to improve. So the Panthers now have a 2-1 series lead. Now, if you guys remember when the playoffs started, I picked Boston to go all the way. I don't know right now how that's going to go because they're down 2-1. And Boston's really disappointing me right now. But, there's always hope. We had the Oilers defeat the Canucks 4-3 to tie that series at 1. Now, I don't know much about these two teams. They're just in the playoffs. I know they're both Canadian teams. That's about all I know about them. So that series is tied at 1 game apiece. So now we move on to we're going to move on to Saturday night, where we had the Hurricanes finally beat the Rangers 4-3, but the Rangers still have a 3-1 series lead. So now, are we seeing the Hurricanes come back? Are we seeing a revival in this? What's going on, y'all? I mean, this is looking good now. The Hurricanes are finally getting their stuff together. Also on Saturday, we had the Stars defeat the Avalanche 4-1. So now the Stars have a 2-1 series lead. And I'm thrilled to see that because Dallas is one of the teams I really pay attention to. I was able to see them live about 5 years ago and watch them play, and that's when I really became a hockey fan. So congratulations to those two teams. So now let's move on to Sunday, where we had another game between the Panthers and the Bruins. So, y'all, the Panthers defeated the Bruins again, and that was a 3-2 score. So the Florida Panthers now have a 3-1 series lead, but anything can happen. The Canucks defeated the Oilers 4-3, so Vancouver now has a 2-1 series lead in there, and again, both of them are Canadian teams, so let's see how that one ends up. So then last night, we had the Hurricanes and the Rangers play again, and the Hurricanes won 4-1 to cut the lead to the series lead to a 3-2 series New York lead. Now, yes, I know what you're saying. Why are you so excited about 3-2 series lead for New York? Y'all, the Hurricanes have finally found their stride now, and they're starting to make waves. So that series is 3-2. New York leads. So let's come on, Hurricanes. We got 2 more games we can win, and we can move on into the next round. Also, we had the Stars defeat the Avalanche in a 5-1 score. So now Dallas takes a 3-1 series lead. So, I mean, these teams are starting to come into their own now. And I love to see that. I love to see them come into their own and just look good and be the team that everybody expects them to be. So that was all for hockey news, hockey scores. So now let's move into some NBA news. So on Thursday night, we had the Cavs defeat the Celtics 118-94 to tie the series at 1. Now, Celtics had a bad game, it looked like, but there's again, like I said in hockey, there's always hope. There's always that room, and basketball is so unpredictable. It could go either way, but at least the Celtics put up some fight. The Dallas Mavericks defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder 119-110 to tie that series at 1. That's a series that I really was looking at because both teams look good this year and both teams deserve to be in the playoffs. But this is a good one this year, y'all. On Friday night, we had the Nuggets defeat the Timberwolves 117-90. And the Wolves now lead the series 2-1. So Denver's starting to find it. Denver's starting to become the playoff team and the finals champion, NBA champions that I knew they could be. Also on Friday, we had the Pacers defeat the Knicks 111 to 106 for the Knicks to take a 2-1 series lead in that series. So, again, Indianapolis deserves to be there. Both teams deserve to be there, and it's been a heck of a series so far. So on Saturday, we had the Mavs defeat the Thunder 105 to 101 for the Mavs to take a 2-1 series lead. And all these games are being close because all these teams deserve it, y'all. There hadn't been a single team where I'm like, they don't deserve to be in there. All those teams have been eliminated now. The Lakers were eliminated, even though I know I've got some Laker fans out there. Also on Saturday night, we had the Celtics defeat the Cavs 106 to 93 for the Celtics to take a 2-1 series lead. And I am absolutely thrilled about that because, as y'all know, I picked Boston to go to the finals again this year, as I did Denver. I wanted it to be a rematch. So on Sunday, we had the Nuggets defeat the Wolves 115 to 107 to tie the series at 2. And they did it in Minnesota. So, the Nuggets found their stride again. The Nuggets being that team that everybody knew they could be. Jokic is being the MVP caliber that, we were waiting for. The Pacers also defeated the Knicks 121 to 89 to tie that series at 2. So anything can happen, y'all. Right now, I'm still sticking by the fact of it being the Nuggets and the Celtics in the finals. Now, if that's the case, I want the Celtics to win this time. So on Monday, we had another game between the Celtics and the Cavs. And the Celtics defeated the Cavaliers 109 to 102 for Boston to take a 3-1 series lead. I'm not surprised. The Cavaliers have been good, but Boston's just tough. Also, we had the Thunder defeat the Mavs 100 to 96 to tie that series at 2. So, who are y'all's favorite NBA teams? Who do y'all want to see go to the finals? Who do y'all want to see win the championship this year? Let me know in the comments, guys. I really want to hear y'all's feedback on this. So that was all the scores for basketball as of right now. So now let's move into some NASCAR news. So we raced in Darlington, South Carolina on Sunday, and Brad Keselowski won the race, or won Darlington. Yes, he won the race. And it was his first race he's won in 3 years. He went 3 years without winning a race, and the drought is finally over. Although I kind of think the drought, I kind of don't see him winning again. They just were just like, you second all these weeks, you're just going to win this week. So the top 5 were Keselowski, Gibbs, Berry, Hamlin. Okay, the top 4. And then Chase Elliott came in 13th, and Kyle Larson came in 34th. So I will let you guys know next week how everybody ended up. I just want to know who are y'all's drivers, who are y'all's favorite drivers, what's y'all's favorite track, and all that. So that was all for some sports news. So now we're going to move into some music news. And who are we listening to this week? We're listening to the Foo Fighters. And they are a hard rock band who formed in 1994 in Seattle, Washington. And anybody who knows music and knows about the Foo Fighters knows that Dave Grohl was a member of Nirvana. Well, he started the band as a one-man project after Kurt Cobain died back in '94, and it was just going to be Dave Grohl. But now they've expanded to a 5-piece band. They've had 11 albums, and anybody who's a fan of the Foo Fighters, if you guys are, let me know. But anybody who's a fan knows that the drummer Taylor Hawkins died in 2022 of, I believe it was an overdose. He was supposed to go out on, they were on tour, and he was supposed to go out on stage with them, and they found him unconscious. So they've replaced him now, and then they've had an album since then that is called But Here We Are. And it was a tribute album to Taylor Hawkins. And they dedicated it to him. They've had Foo Fighters have had 11 albums, and they're on tour right now and the name of the tour is the Everything or Nothing Tour. And my favorite song from them, from the Foo Fighters, is called My Hero. It's a 90s song, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge 90s fan, 90s music fan. I love 90s music. I've always said 90s music was the last great decade for music. And, I just go out and listen to Foo Fighters and let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about anything we've covered today. Any music you guys are listening to, just let me know. I also want to leave you guys with telling you guys that don't let the negativity bring you down. Stay positive and keep your head up, because you can do anything you put your mind to. And it's never too late to start over. So if you're not happy in your job, you can start over. If you're not happy in your relationship, you can start over. If you're not happy, doing what you want to do, you can start over. It's never too late. You're never too old to start over. Just be happy. You're here for a reason. You're here to put a smile on somebody's face. And just go out and do that. Live your life to the potential that you can live it to. So I want to also say that I hope all the mothers out there had a happy Mother's Day. And I hope you guys got everything you wanted. All you mothers got everything you wanted. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you guys for going the distance. And join me next week when we will go the distance again. Have a good week, and God bless y'all.